All right, in this video, I am going to go through how the AI assistant appointment setter works so you can get an idea on how it would look if we were to integrate this into your business, and you can kind of see how powerful this may be if you're generating, hundreds of leads a month, or let's say you have a ton of leads just kind of sitting on the shelf and you haven't called or you haven't converted or you haven't talked to in a really long time. This can easily be used as a reactivation campaign, where we will send a message and then, the AI will kick in and go ahead and qualify those people and book appointments with those right people. So in this example, I'm going to just demo the AI and how it works. This is our demo site. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide the AI with some context here about myself, about my business, what I want the AI to be named, and some questions that I wanted to ask before booking an appointment. So here I am. I'm going to fill in my name. Here's my phone number, my email. Let's just say, in the sake of this example, the name of my business is Angel Roofing. So we'll pretend to be a roofing company in this sake. What would I like my AI assistant to be named? Let's just say her name is Sarah. And then what two questions do we want to ask before booking an appointment? Let's just say, what type of service are you looking to get done? Because, we want to make sure we get the right materials ready and we prepare the right stuff for this specific demo. If that's what you're doing, or if you're going to do an estimate, you want to bring the right equipment, etc. And then let's just say we also want to know is, how urgent are you looking to get the work done? Let's just say. And now you can ask more than these questions, but just for the sake of this example, we're going to ask two. And, something like how urgent are you looking to get the work done is going to give us an idea of, who needs to be done right away, who are the lowest hanging fruit, basically the difference between who's looking for something they want kind of down the line, like a metal roof, let's say. It's not something that they want right now, but maybe down the line to save on utilities, or someone who has a hole in the roof and needs their roof done right now. We want to basically differentiate those, right? If you're generating hundreds of leads, right? So now we're going to just basically go ahead and submit this, and it's going to essentially send this information over to the AI. Here we're on the success page, and the AI right now is basically scanning the information that I just submitted, and it's going to basically send all this information to the AI, and it's going to then send me a message, as the person on the other end. And so here I just have my phone. I'm starting to receive the text messages on my phone. And so on the back end, I'm going to show you what's going on. All right, so you see here basically the messages that came from the AI. So basically says, thanks for opting in to test our AI appointment setting assistant. Your demo for Angel Roofing will begin in just a few seconds, and the AI assistant you created will reach out to attempt to get you on a schedule. So basically, here is my AI sending a message, right? And all this verbiage is because this is a demo, and we want to make sure it's known that this is a demo. And so we're going to say, meet your newly created AI appointment setting assistant named Sarah, which is what we named her. Your demo starts in 3, 2, 1. And here she is introducing herself. So she says, hi, Angel. This is Sarah with Angel Roofing. I saw your request, and I just need to ask you a couple questions before I get you scheduled. Is that all right? So I'm going to go ahead and respond to Sarah here. And let's just say, sure, no problem. So here's my message. She just came in. Okay, basically what's happening is the AI is, taking the information or the message I just sent, and it's going to go ahead and respond accordingly based on this conversation. Now, while we wait, it's cool because the AI remembers every part of our conversation. So if you ever, text the AI, months later, it'll still remember, this conversation that we're having right now. So here comes the first message. And sometimes it takes a little bit, but basically, if you notice, it came in within the same minute. So we put a little bit of a lag between each message just because we want to make it seem, a little bit more human than an instantaneous message. Because sometimes the AI can beef up the message a little bit. And so we want to make it seem a little bit more human. And if it is a beefed up message, it took a little bit more than a second or half a second to send over. But as you can see, I sent in that response at 101 on October 25th, and that response came back at 101 on the same day. So not even a minute passed, and it already sent me that message. So first thing, the Sarah message is great. First question, what type of service are you looking to get done? So I'm going to just kind of play around with it here. I'm going to say, um, so basically, I responded, we had a crazy hailstorm. I think I have a hole in my roof. I'm getting leaks. So, the AI is trained to be essentially a professional in this service industry. So it's really cool is that we don't need to motivate the AI. We don't need to train hours of training so that she understands how to respond to this question. Once we develop the AI's brain initially, it will know how to go ahead and respond to the messages as they come in. So right now it's scanning the message. It's realizing, what a crazy scenario I'm in, and the AI will then go ahead and most likely show some empathy, as you can see here. So she says, I'm sorry to hear about the damage caused by the hailstorm. It must be frustrating dealing with leaks. So it basically recognized that both I had a hailstorm and I have leaks in my roof. So a lot of times when we have appointment setters or human appointment setters, they don't really show empathy because, they do this all the time and people are just numbers to them, a lot of them, and in most cases. So being so personable, being so, and showing empathy in this way really goes, a long way. And it allows you to build more trust with these people because they're like, wow, these people are actually listening to me and they're really catering to me, and myself only. So let's just see what she says here. So she said, I'm sorry to hear about the damage caused by the hailstorm. Must be frustrating to deal with leaks. Our team at Angel Roofing specializes in roof repairs and replacements, and we'll make sure to take care of your roof. Now, let me ask you a second question. How urgent are you looking to get the work done? So that was the other question we had. The AI asked us before booking an appointment. So let's go ahead and just answer that real quick. So I'm just kind of playing around with it because, people are crazy sometimes and they respond pretty crazy. So let's just kind of see how it behaves in this case. I basically said I need it done yesterday, right? Which is not realistic, right? But let's just kind of see what happens here. So it's scanning the message and it's going to go ahead and essentially respond accordingly. Now, one more thing I want to add here. This is a very basic version of this AI. As you can tell, we, only gave it some very little pieces of information, but we can train this to learn everything about your business so it knows how to answer every single question and specifically how you want it to answer it based on your service offerings, based on how you do things differently, things like that. So let's see what kind of Sarah says in this next message. So she says, I understand your urgency and concern. It's important to address roof issues promptly to prevent further damage. Rest assured, our team at Angel Roofing is experienced in handling emergency repairs. We'll make sure to prioritize your situation. Now let's move on to scheduling an appointment. Do you prefer mornings or afternoons for a quick appointment? So let's just say I'm good for afternoons. I work mornings. Right. So now the AI is going to attempt to try to schedule me in. And it's going to essentially, before it does that, it's going to connect to my calendar and it's going to scan my availability before it's going to essentially give me times to book into. And so what's really cool is that you'll never be double booked because it always knows what's blocked off in your calendar. So in this case, Sarah wrote, "Great afternoons work well. Let me check our availability for you. We have a couple of options for you. We have a time slot available on Wednesday, October 25th at 1, or another on October 26th at 3. Would either of those times work for you?" So let's just kind of have some fun here. Because sometimes, times don't work for somebody. Even though it gave me one on Wednesday and another on Thursday. But I kind of said, "Do you have anything later the next day?" So let's just kind of see what happens here. It proposed two different days, and I asked it, not really. So I wasn't very clear with my answer here. Like a lot of people are, they're not very clear with the way they communicate. So let's just kind of see how the AI assistant messages me back. So she says, I'll apologize for the inconvenience. Let me check for some later times and the next day for you. We have a couple of options available. So we have a time slot on Wednesday, October 25th at 3, or another one on October 26th at 5. So it's basically proposed two times for me later than the previous times. But because I wasn't very clear on what day of the week, it didn't propose any times for Friday. So, it's going to just answer in the best way it understands the response that it got. But what's really cool is that it always sticks to its goals. So even if I go off the cuff right now, it'll try to stick to the goal of booking that appointment, right? So let's just say, um, let's just go for it, just so we don't make this video super long, but just so that you can see the power of this and how it has a conversation with anybody at any time of the day, right? Because the AI doesn't sleep, the AI doesn't take breaks, doesn't vacation. And so, what that means for you is you can run traffic, generate leads 24 hours, 7 days a week, and have essentially a 5-star concierge responding, for your business. And as you can see, boom, appointment was booked at 3 o'clock at the time that I said here. And as you can see here, that my appointment was scheduled for 3 o'clock Eastern. Now, for the sake of this example, this is how I have it set up. And now it's going to essentially ask me if I want to book it uh, for my actual business. And so I'm going to not continue this part here. But basically, what happens is if you do or you are interested in this case, I have the AI trained to essentially answer any questions about the AI, but also to book, business owner into my calendar on my real calendar to actually demo this in real time to integrate this into their business. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that there. You guys get the idea. So, this can be trained for any business, and we can essentially continue to train it and make it smarter and smarter as we go. But this can work for customer service, inbound leads, reactivation campaigns, missed calls. It taps into Facebook, Instagram, email. It can respond to email, incoming emails. Uh, I said SMS, as well as WhatsApp is coming very soon. So it's really exciting. GMB is another one. If a new message comes from a GMB map, the AI can kick in and go ahead and qualify and book an appointment. So, the possibilities are endless, and we have, unlimited capacity, and, the AI can work the work of an army, overnight. So it's really exciting times, and it saves a lot of money to business for businesses. It works harder, better, faster. and essentially allows businesses to take their spend, pushing it into more ads so that they can focus on closing more deals while the AI sifts the tire kickers and positions the ones that are really excited to, do the service or have an urgent need to do the service, pushes them to the front of the line and puts them in front of your salespeople or your closers or whoever you have in line. So uh, we're excited. We're releasing a bunch of new updates where the AI keeps getting smarter as we go. We've implemented this across well over 75 businesses at this point. So we're not going anywhere, and we're super excited what the future holds. So looking forward to it, and hope to see you in the next video.